These two teams have played in the last two finals, but this is quarter-final day, so there's no way they can meet in the final this time. That's the half-time position, and the commentator, Eddie Waring.
Widnes 8, Warrington 2, and Steve Hesford to kick off away right into the depth of the defence of fullback David Eckersley. And in the minute of extra time in the first half made the marginal difference. Now 8 points to 2. It was 3-2 after 28 minutes for Widnes. Steve Hesford had taken the lead 2-0, then Hull try 3-2, then All was emphatic, scored a try and Burke kicked a goal. 8-2 as it is now, and Widnes in possession, the light jerseys. And a couple of substitutes, Steve Hogan for Tommy Cunningham and Jim Fairhurst for Alan William. Two Cheshire clubs, rather unusual, but nevertheless that's what it is. But people will still think of them as Lancashire clubs. Warrington and the dark shorts, Bowden to field. And a penalty, putting the ball at his own forward's feet. Quickly taken. Hogan to Paddy Gordon. John Bevan, a name to be remembered, a name to watch, a player to watch, and the referee calling one would-be tackler out, and we'll see who he's talking to. Waiting for the referee to come up to David Hull for his tackle. Referee Ronnie Moore of Wakefield, who had a cup final a few years ago, and in the meantime they'd been ready to take the goal kick. Steve Hesford, 41 goals already this season, a try and 3 drop goals. Kicked a goal after 16 minutes and comes off a Lancashire family of soccer people in a good recruit here at Warrington. 8 points to 2. Should be no difficulties for him. The ground's pretty dry. It's a punch through rather than a kick through, but 2 valuable points. 8 points to 4. 2 minutes gone in this John Player final. This is the 3rd round, and it's the 9th season. Hesford, quite a good footballer, and manages to kick goals at the right moment. There are, of course, right moments when to kick them, and probably wrong moments when to miss them. David Sutton made about 30 yards there. Ex-Warrington Colts boy. Very highly rated boy too. And as always, the ever-present Paddy Gordon. Sounds like a singer. Probably he is. There he is, on the job. Steve Hogan. 8 points to 4. For the visitors. 6 tackle coming up. Long ball to Hunter, and the whistle goes. The Warrington team got Finnegan fullback, Sutton, Hesford, Bevan, Clark, Kelly Gordon, and Eccles, Cunningham, Courtney, Case, Hunter and William. And Hogan is on for injured player Cunningham and Fairhurst on William. So referee Ronnie Moore, Wembley referee, a nice pass. David Moran, the pace is hot enough. A little bit of hardness coming into it. There were spells of desultory sort of play in the first half, but none going to be evident now, I don't think. Keith Elwell and Reggie Bowden, the man of many parts, and a lovely slip past Malaspy and the effervescent Elwell. Try today and a vital one. 5 minutes gone with Widnes coming back into an attacking position. Goalie from Cumberland. One can sense the pace, and it's not a bad up and under. Well taken. David Sutton keeps coming in to have a bash, make quite considerable progress. 25-yard line. Brian Case. Well, he couldn't get the ball in. The referee's seen advantage being played. Who's got it? Yes, advantage. Mike Burke. And with a bit of a feeling coming into this game. The tenseness is apparent. Harry Gordon, the captain. Two scrum-half captain, by the way. The first half scrums were to Widnes 5-2 and penalties to Warrington 4-8. Very little different. But it's a tense match. It's becoming into a real old cup tie. 8 points to 4. Hesford 2 goals and 4 points. And Elwell the tries. Mick Burke a goal. The black and whites. The chemicals of Widnes. Good pass. The goalie. Alan Dearden. Over the last few years, Widnes have been a very strong force in rugby league football with a lot of honours. Very good following. Still holding possession. Eckersley. 6 tackle coming up will break the monopoly of ball possession. Must be a forward pass. The referee saw that. Widnes got Eckersley full-back, right Aspie, Hughes, Burke, Moran and Bowden, and Hogan, Elwell, Shaw, Gawley, Dearden and Hull. And we've got Mick George and big Jim Mills sitting on the bench waiting to be called. 25 yards line. And there's big Jim Mills with Dougie Lawton, the coach, and the backroom boys. This is something for, well, I thought there was something. It was a knock-on anyway. We've also got today with us Harry Bath, a very famous footballer from Barrow and from Warrington, and had a lot of success in Australia as the coach, and there is Harry Bath rather in the darkness there. There's a chance for Widnes, but the pace is really getting high. 8 minutes gone, second half, 8 points to 4. Harry Bath was the coach for Australia, who really devoured the Great Britain side in their recent trip to Australia. Fullback David Eckersley is what they call an attacking fullback, and he can attack. He comes running up every given chance. Brian Hogan, the big boy. In the right position to have a drop, and it does. And it's a drop with his left leg. David Eckersley. 9 points to 4. There he is. David Eckersley came up for it. Well, valuable points in 1 pointer. He stood deep, he had to hurry. He got his foot in quickly before he was charged down. Eckersley, the man, the goal kicker, 9 points to 4 in this cup tie. 10 minutes gone. Half an hour to go. Warrington beat Highton and York to get into this semi, and Widnes beat Hunslet and St Helens. Well, the third round of this John Flair Trophy, worth £36,500 in prize money for the competition, £8,500 for the winners. Billy Benyon, who a very good coach, having a successful time and a very good footballer himself. Bevan seems to have gone to loose forward. Widnes attacking, in possession, using big Glynshaw, and it must be Warrington ball. It's important to do, as you can feel the tenseness of the situation, and offside. That's the sort of indication of the tenseness, and very well taken. Stephen Hogan. Hunter. Warrington want to try now. Of course they do, but I mean they need a try, in addition to wanting it, to get in front of the monopoly by Widnes. Beaten one man, Hunter. The tackle down. We'll have a look at this scrum because Bevan went loose forward in the last one. There is number 4 going down, has loose forward. Doubt if he ever did that in Wales. You never know. Well, Bevan from his loose forward position took David Eckersley. Goalie. Two goalie brothers, both from Cumberland, both now with clubs further south, St Helens and good kick by Malasby. The professionalism of Widnes is always apparent in doing the right thing, most times anyway. Great rivals, very close to one another. Scrums have been taken by Widnes, now 9-2 with 13 minutes gone, and the score Warrington 4, Widnes 9. The loose forward, finding the opening. Almost, David Howe. Full back up. Nice couple of left leg side step. Bowden. Eric Hughes. Warrington under pressure. Well, it was a little bit. It's in. Oh, he's out. Well, all right. We'll decide it's a forward pass. That's number 1, the correct decision. Hull to Alwell. But then he lost the ball, went over the line. So it wouldn't have been a try, so possibly the forward pass was fairly useful. Wilderspool, Warrington. The home of many great players from Australia in the past. David Brown, Bill Shankland, of course, captained the team at Wembley. And Brian Bevan, who can forget the mighty man that he was. Still is, but not on the playing field at Wilderspool. And a good galloper by Bob Eccles. It's all in and the flag's up and they're in at it. 15 minutes gone in this almost torrid match, but not quite torrid yet. The referee, Mr. Glazebrook, Mr. Moore is the referee, of course, Mr. Glazebrook and Mr. Ryder are the test judges, and he's talking to Bob Eccles, and it's a rather lengthy discussion. Penalty, and then he drops the ball, leaves the ball there. Well, it's certainly a match with a lot in it and a lot to come, I'm quite sure. 9 points to 4. Warrington fans, very loyal Warrington fans, no doubt wanting a big try in the goal. In last year's final, Widnes 16, Warrington 4. Well, Warrington have scored 4 again in this match, and Widnes 9. Well, I was going to say that Peckish thought it was a forward pass. Barry Gordon been in the game a long time, and a good footballer. It's getting a bit tight. Courtney. Oh, nicely taken. A bit of a high tackle. Bob Eccles and Dave Hull. Eccles and Hull concerned, and the magic sponge is on, and Tony Barrow of Warrington, of Warrington, and Bill Benyon. So Tony Barrow of Warrington having a little bit of work cut out, but it's all go again. Brian Case trying to go to the home team. Warrington would mean a lot at this moment, but they're up against a strong defensive side, and John Bevan tripped over one of his colleagues, Brian Case. 18 minutes gone, second half, 25 yards line. 9 points to 4 for Widnes. Coming into his strike, Steve Hogan, 3 to take him down. Dummy half, the man behind the man playing the ball, Barry Gordon, Eddie Hunter. 6 tackle coming up after 6 successive play the balls. It's a long one. The referee's got to be on the job on this. It's a real cup tie. Warming up. Important trophy to win. Advantage of scrums to Widnes, 10-2, proving very valuable at this stage when Warrington are going into the attack and Bob Eccles being attended to. getting the ball again. Keith Elwell. One try to his credit and a lot of good scrum possession to his credit, and a good little runner he is. Not a big one, but he's a goer, and he's a right little terrier when he gets pedalling away. "20 minutes gone, 20 to go, Warrington 4 and Widnes 9. It's not all over by any means, either way. Oh, good left side step. Offside. Offside there. Good good decision by the referee there. And it was only slightly offside, but it was. And he gives the signal like playing a drum with both hands. Kick taken by Steve Hesford. Sun shining bright. Wilderspool with the twin chimneys behind Warrington. And he's going to run 10 yards away. Brian Hogan, no good arguing with him, but he loses 10 yards when he gives his opinion, particularly when it's not asked for. And this is a shot at goal, and if he kicks this, the tension and atmosphere will get even hotter. Steve Hesford to kick. Hesford to kick. With the score 9 points to 4. The sun in his eyes, but that shouldn't affect his kicking ability. Wipes his brow, takes it leisurely and hits the ball, and he flags up. No, 9 points to 6. 18 minutes to go. A cup tie of dimension. Three goals to Hesford, 1 goal to Burke for Widnes, but an awful lot of ball possession, which might be the decider in the end. A long one, get it deep, and then with 6 tackles, see how far they can come. He's gone 10 yards, 12 yards. Case, regarded as find of the season at Warrington, very promising player. That was a bit of up and over. Got to turn in, and he does, Bob Eccles. Ryan Case is having a good hard match. Plenty of advice coming from the fans as Keith Elwell moves down the middle. Full-back Eckersley comes up, pushes it to prop forward Brian Hogan. And a chance for Widnes inside. Mike Burke outside to Glynshaw. Widnes fans appreciating the good attack but losing possession. blonde Jim Fairhurst. Seen this boy on 1 or 2 good matches on the blind side. Got him by his chest. He's gonna roll him around. 15 minutes to go. 9 points to 6. A margin of 1 try. Fullback Derek Finnegan. John Bevan limping on the left wing. Where will it run to? The ball back, which means they have a scrum from the point where it was kicked. So John Bevan limping on the wing. He's pulled the thigh muscle. Hence the reason moving him from loose forward onto the wing in the hope, I'm sure, that he'll come right or possibly win the match with one of his speciality tries. He's got 13 this season. Good passing, good football, Stuart Wright. Not had a lot of chances this second half. Just 3 points margin, 9 points to 6. The Cumbrian goalie. Bowden, 1 try this season. Loose forward, Dave Hull. Aye. Oh well, the referee is there, and they're now stepping in to, I said it could develop, Jim Fairhurst and Dave Hull. The yellow card goes up on the David Hull. Well, that was one of those awkward situations that was quite a job for the referee to sort out, but he did. Steve Hesford. Steve Hesford. Back to the realities, 9 points to 6. 12 minutes to go, and I don't think that until a score's made, the pace won't lessen, and the hardness won't be missing either. Linshaw, Bowden. All the forwards lining up. And he goes on his own, does Aspey. We're all waiting for the rush from the pack. But it's Widnes on the attack and looking dangerous, the ball loose. But managed to be saved by Heckersley, who stands up a lot for a fullback. It really comes up at a fullback. No stay-at-home stuff for him. Whistle gone and stop the clock. Bob Eccles getting the magic sponge, and Harry Dawson is on. Got Reggie Bowden injured too. Just how much the 3 players will be attended to. Take a little bit of time off, but the referee's indicated to stop the clock. And Bevan and Hesford, between them, have scored 127 of Warrington's 174 points. Those of you who like statistics. The ball not in. The ball's got to go into the pack. And John Bevan, who's been limping and is on the left wing. He's the leading try scorer this season, and a penalty. One or two of the Welshmen who have come north have been very successful in this last season or two. Wakefield have got 1 or 2. 30 minutes gone, 10 to go plus injury time and the margin of 3 points. What is it going to be? Who do you want to win? Steve Hogan, and invariably there's 3 tacklers to the man in possession. A little kick. He's not giving a penalty, but or is he? Yes, he is. Eddie Hunter down there. He is given a penalty. Didn't seem to be positive, but nevertheless it is. And the score is 9 points to 6. And penalties to Warrington 14-5. And it's the chance for Steve Hesford to make it to a margin of just 1 point. Fifth. It's a bit of an awkward one. Kicking to the church end. Sun in his eyes. 3 successes. Just the margin of 1 point if he kicks it. 9 points to 6 the score. All fairly quiet. What's the crowd say? It's hit the post and come out. It hit the upright and came out into the sunshine. Well, this could be the miss that stopped it all, because at 9-8 and a drop goal, then, however, it's no good trying to wonder what might happen. It's 9-6 and 8 minutes to go. Plus injury time. A lot of pointing at the tackle and the tacklers. And see, as soon as 2 or 3 on the job, somebody comes up and points a finger, reminding the referee what they think's happening. But he's holding it very well, the referee. Harlan did. 6 tackle coming up, showing 4 fingers and a thumb to indicate it. Good left leg kick. Now David Sutton, what can he do? Well, he hasn't done very much there. Been well taken. Try the margin. Try the margin. Widnes, strength in their experience and desire to be in the football match. All of them. Warrington standing up, just 2 tries, the 28th and the 41st minutes, first half, and in the second half with 7 minutes to go, Warrington 6, Widnes 9. Then up and under, it's a long one, he should get it first without any trouble, is a Steve Hesford, but that's the tactics, one wants him one way, the other wants him the other. 25 yards line. And the ubiquitous Howell ready to take the ball, or to play the ball, or running on the attack. And here he comes to his role of taking the ball. His little legs make 6 yards, which is important in this sort of match. Distance. Well, that was a bit lucky. Eric Hughes, 6 tackle coming up, I think he said. I'm sure he does. And again, not offside now. What is it given? The referee says, okay, get on with it. Six minutes to go. 6 important minutes to see who's going to take this John Player Trophy. This is the one that's going to be terribly important for both teams, both money-wise and importance. And it's Reggie Bowden and it's Little Elwell and it's Les Gawley. And they get the ball. And Widnes back on the attack. What's it going to be in this closing stages of this tremendous cup game? 6 tackle coming up. And David Eckersley is moved back in the hope. He's going to little dive in, and he dives in and scores. That amazing little fella, Elwell, Keith Elwell, in the picture. His second try is a hooker. Well, let's have a look at it again. Now we was halfway, watch him back it over with somebody sitting on his nut and a delightful little smile. That's the right word. 5 minutes to go on the score, 12-6, and Mike Burke to take the shot. 3 tries. Mike Burke, former rugby union player, settled down well into rugby football with Waterloo Rugby Union Club. Yes, no doubt about it. 4 minutes to go with a match that has just about had everything. 14 points to 6. Well, Bob Eccles has been voted the man of the match for Warrington. Steve Hesford to push the ball down. Now the experienced players will now know what to do. Stick to the ball. There's the man of the match who's just been voted it, having had a very fine match. Just stick to the ball. The experience of Doug Lawton and Harry Dawson will have given the chance now for Hughes, Burke, and there's a forward pass. 3 minutes to go. Warrington have got to score twice to win. A little gentlemanliness come into the match with one player giving the ball to the other side in his hands. 25-yard line. Barry Gordon had a good match. With the experience and the strength and the hooker in every respect set the scene for Widnes. Referee did very well to come into it there. Well, that's an unusual one, but then there's been a lot of unusual things in this match. Well, consolation for Warrington, if they do lose today, will be £1,000. Certainly they've not given it up, but the score 14 points to 6, and the 6 being from 3 goals. A nice little kick. Who's going to get there first? David Eckersley, new type of fullback in these last few years. Footballers running in the days of the great Jim Sullivan and others with a lot relied on their kicking, but then the rules have altered in many ways. The game has altered. Renshaw, Captain Reg Bowden to Cumbrian Les Gawley. 1 minute to injury time, 14 points to 6. With 3 minutes to go, anything can happen, and those who feel it's all over will no doubt be on the side in front. 14 points to 6. Halfway line. Certainly been a very good second half. The points of the first half were not all that brilliant, but with Widnes getting the scrums 13 points to 2. It's a great asset. Well, that was an occasion, a real celebratory occasion, because it was a first scrum that won since Cunningham. The hooker went off. That was the biggest blow, of course, to Warrington, losing the hooker. Well, there's 40 minutes gone. Warrington 6, Widnes 14. We're in what we call injury time, extra time. Reg Bowden in possession. What more can I say about this little fella, Alwell? He's a good one. And the referee having a word against Alwell, so he's been in most things. 1 minute of injury time gone. Neil Courtney, Warrington making the last ditch effort. A long one out to Hunter. Warrington, a nice little short kick. Which way does he kind of bounce? Bounces right for Mike Burke, who hasn't had a lot of running chances, but once he does, he can take a lot of stopping. And there did we hear the hooter. I didn't hear it, but people are coming on the field. The match is over. 14 points to 6. Widnes 14, Warrington 6. Hope you've enjoyed it. Back to David Coleman in the studio.